Welcome to your peaceful English lesson. Let your whole body relax now. This story is for everyone who seeks calm. Listen to the words about quiet time. Let the simple sounds enter your mind. Sleep is deep and learning is gentle. Close your eyes and start your journey. Mr. Silas is a very old clockmaker. He has white hair and kind eyes. Silas works in a small building. The building is made of red bricks. He lives in a tall, busy, gray city. The city street is full of cars. Many people walk quickly here. The city is full of fast, loud noise. Every car horn is very loud. Silas makes many kinds of clocks. He makes big clocks and small ones. He repairs old wooden clocks too. His shop is small and smells of wood. The wood is dark brown and smooth. Tools hang on a wall nearby. Every clock ticks very fast there. The small clocks tick very loudly. The big clocks make a loud dong. People always run and look at time. They never look at the blue sky. They check watches on their wrists. Silas feels the speed and the rush. The rush makes his head feel tired. He thinks people are losing their peace. Peace is more important than speed. Silas decides to make a special clock. This clock must be different from others. It will help people find calmness. He stands up from his wooden chair. Silas walks to his workbench now. The workbench is strong and old. He needs unique, slow materials. He looks at a pile of soft metal. The metal shines under the lamp. He chooses a piece of fine copper. He begins to plan the new design. The design must be simple and round. He draws a circle on a paper sheet. He uses a pencil and a ruler. The drawing looks good and clean. He needs to find slow-moving wood. He remembers a tree near the river. The river water flows very slowly there. This wood will be good for the clock. He plans to visit the river tomorrow. He cleans his small copper tools. He puts the tools in a neat line. The city noise is still very loud outside. Silas drinks a cup of warm tea now. He loves the quiet moment of tea. He thinks about the ticking noise again. The normal clocks make him nervous. He wants a clock that does not rush. He smiles thinking of the slow clock. The new clock will bring true rest. He closes the shop door for the night. He turns off the bright main light. Only a small, weak lamp stays on. The shop smells like old oil now. Silas climbs the wooden stairs slowly. His small apartment is upstairs. He looks out of his window briefly. The city lights are bright and sharp. He sees many people still rushing below. They carry bags and wear dark coats. He feels sorry for the running people. They do not know how to stop. The speed is hurting their bodies. He takes off his heavy work apron. He hangs the apron on a simple hook. He sits on his bed for a moment. The bed is soft and very comfortable. He hears the quiet tick of his watch. He takes his watch off his wrist. He puts the watch on the night table. He closes his tired eyes slowly. He thinks about the slow river wood. The wood is dark, strong, and silent. He needs that silent power now. Silas thinks about the clock's face. The face should be clear, clean, and empty. No numbers will make people rush. The clock will show a feeling only. He will call the clock the quiet hour. He likes this calm and simple name. He needs to sleep to feel strong tomorrow. Making the slow gear will be difficult. He must be patient and very careful. He pulls the warm blankets up high. The bed feels very soft under him. The sounds of the city grow weaker. The street lamps shine yellow light. He focuses on his slow, deep breathing. He feels his whole body relaxing now. His head is clear and ready for rest. He knows the clock will help the city. He believes in the power of slowness. He smiles again at the new plan. He is ready for a good, long sleep. Mr. Silas sleeps deeply now. One evening, the sky turns dark gray. Silas wakes up with the early sun. The morning light is soft and cool. He remembers his plan for the clock. He eats a small piece of bread now. He drinks a cup of black coffee quickly. He prepares his bag for the trip. He needs strong tools and an empty sack. He goes down the stairs to the shop. The shop is still quiet and dark. He unlocks the heavy front door. He sees the city is still rushing fast. Silas takes a bus to the river area. The bus is full of talking people. He looks out the window at the streets. After 1 hour, he leaves the bus. He walks on a small, winding path. The path goes into the green forest. He smells the fresh air and the trees. He finds the special tree near the water. The tree wood is dark brown and solid. He carefully cuts a small piece of wood. The wood feels heavy and very strong. He puts the wood safely in his sack. He looks for a unique, silent stone now. The stone must be perfectly smooth. He finds a gray, round stone in the water. The stone is cold and quiet in his hand. This stone will be good for the balance. Silas thanks the river for the gifts. He slowly walks back to the bus stop. He feels calm and ready to work now. He returns to his shop in the city. He places the wood on the workbench. He begins to carve the main part now. The wood shavings fall onto the floor. He sings a quiet, slow song while working. The special gear must turn very slowly. Silas calls this crucial part the quiet gear. He needs to make the gear teeth very long. Long teeth will ensure slow movement. The gear should control all the speed. It will control the speed of the hours. He uses a small, sharp knife to carve. He cuts the wood with great precision. He works for 2 hours without stopping. The small wooden gear begins to take shape. The piece looks round and very beautiful. He uses the river stone for polishing. The stone makes the wood very smooth. The wooden gear feels good in his hand. He tests the gear on a small axle. It turns slowly, just like he wanted. The movement is steady and very peaceful. This gear will give the clock its power. It is the heart of his new creation. He coats the wood with a clear oil layer. The oil makes the wood shine softly. He looks at his reflection in the oil. Silas is happy with his difficult work. He takes a short break from carving. He opens the shop window a little bit. He hears the city sounds loudly still. He knows the city needs this slow gear. The little gear holds much hope for him. He starts to make the copper frame now. The frame must support the heavy gear. He heats the copper carefully with fire. The copper becomes soft and easy to bend. He shapes the metal into a perfect circle. He cools the copper frame in cold water. The metal is now strong and very hard. He attaches the wood gear to the copper. He uses 3 tiny silver screws for this. The connection is strong and very solid. The gear hangs perfectly in the center. It does not touch the copper edges. He cleans the metal dust from the frame. He admires the beautiful combination now. Wood and metal work well together here? He puts the frame aside for cooling. He prepares the tools for the next part. The next part is the long silver hand. The hand will show the peaceful progress. He chooses a long, thin strip of silver. The silver must be light and easy to move. He files the edges until they are smooth. He makes one end point like a thin needle. This needle will show the calm moments. He gives the silver a high, bright polish. The long hand shines like the full moon. He measures the length of the new hand. It is exactly 30 centimeters long. This length is perfect for the big clock face. He places the hand next to the frame. The clock is slowly coming alive now. He feels the slow energy of the parts. He finishes his hard work for today. He covers the workbench with a large cloth. He is excited about the next morning. The quiet gear is ready and waiting. The sun shines into the shop window. Silas starts his 3rd day of work. He uncovers the workbench carefully now. He looks at the copper frame and gear. Today he must build the main wood case. The wood case must protect the gear well. He takes a large, flat plank of river wood. The plank is wide and very rectangular. He draws the cutting lines on the wood. He uses a long, metal measuring tape. He cuts the wood with a large, slow saw. The sawing takes a lot of patient strength. He makes 4 strong sides for the case. The sides are thick and very dark brown. He glues the 4 sides together tightly. He uses strong clamps to hold them close. He waits 30 minutes for the glue to dry. The case structure is now strong and solid. He makes a small hole for the winding key. The key will be used only once a month. He needs to put the special gear inside. The gear frame fits perfectly inside the case. He secures the frame with 4 small bolts. The bolts are made of dull, dark metal. The beautiful wood clock is almost ready. It stands tall on the workbench now. He designs the face of the clock now. The face will be smooth and light wood. It has no numbers on its face yet. No numbers will make people rush today. Numbers create too much unnecessary stress. He carefully attaches the silver hand. The long hand spins freely for a moment. It stops quickly because of the gear. The hand is connected to the slow gear now. It only has one long, silver hand to watch. This clock does not measure the minutes quickly. It does not measure hours or seconds either. It measures moments of true calmness only. The clock only works when the mind is still. Silas sets the small starting spring now. He sets the quiet gear in its final place. The silver hand does not move quickly at all. It moves only when the room is peaceful and silent. Silas waits for the first slow movement to start. He wants to see the silver hand turn. He waits for a moment of perfect silence today. The city noise is loud outside his window. A large truck drives past his shop very fast. The noise shakes the small glass window panes. The silver hand stays completely still and quiet. Silas sighs quietly and sits down again. Finding true silence in the city is very hard. He focuses on the quiet wood of the clock. He breathes deeply, trying to relax his own mind. He must be the first person to move the hand. He looks at the beautiful, smooth face of the clock. It is empty and calming in its design. He closes his eyes and thinks of the slow river. He imagines the quiet water flowing slowly. The image brings a sense of inner calm. He feels the speed leaving his own body now. He opens his eyes and looks at the clock again. The silver hand moves a tiny, tiny fraction. The movement is almost impossible to see clearly. Silas is happy because the clock is working well. The clock measured his moment of inner peace. He feels a great sense of quiet success now. The clock is ready to teach the rushing city people. He turns the clock face toward the shop door. Someone needs to see this clock today. He knows the clock will change one person's life. He sweeps the wood shavings off the floor. He cleans the dust from the glass counter. He turns the open sign to face the street. The first customer will arrive soon now. The city is still rushing fast and making noise. The small bell above the door rings softly. A hurried person enters the quiet shop now. Silas looks up at the sound of the bell. The person looks stressed and very unhappy. He knows this person needs the quiet clock. He smiles a warm, patient smile at the person. He greets the visitor very softly now. The visitor is breathing fast and very loudly. He knows the person will look soon. The visitor finally sees the wood clock now. She looks confused by the lack of numbers. She tries to understand the clock's meaning. She walks slowly toward the counter. She looks at the single, silver hand closely. Silas is ready to explain the clock's purpose. He prepares his patient words carefully now. The unfinished clock is ready for its lesson. A young woman named Clara comes in. Clara is very fast and very stressed. She wears a sharp black business suit. She holds a heavy bag in her right hand. She looks at all the fast-ticking clocks. She checks her small, modern wristwatch. "How much time do I have today?" she asks loudly. She does not see the special wood clock at first. Silas slowly points to his unfinished creation. "This clock gives you peace, not minutes," he says. He speaks calmly, using a low voice. Clara laughs loudly and shakes her stressed head. She moves away fast to the counter display. She says, "Peace does not pay my bills, sir." She wants a clock that rings a loud alarm. The loud alarm will make her move faster. The special silver hand stays perfectly still. The running, loud city noise is too strong for it. Clara finds a small, cheap alarm clock. It is red and makes a sharp, annoying sound. Silas puts the red clock in a small paper bag. Clara quickly checks her watch again sadly. She remembers she must go to an important meeting. She pays Silas and turns to run to the door. She drops her leather wallet on the floor suddenly. The wallet makes a small thud sound. Clara stops completely to find the wallet. She bends down low behind the large counter. The shop is quiet for 2 seconds only now. Silas looks at the special wood clock quickly. The silver hand moves slowly, very little now. It measured Clara's moment of focused searching. Silas smiles at the small victory secretly. Clara grabs her wallet from the floor now. She is breathing fast and her face is red. She says thank you and leaves quickly. The special silver hand stops again quickly. The noise and rush of the city returned fast. The brief moment of calm has vanished completely. Silas shakes his wise head slowly once. The city still controls the young woman's time. He covers the special clock with a light cloth. The clock needs more true calmness to move far. He sweeps the floor under the counter now. He finds a dropped business card from Clara. She works for a big, stressful law firm nearby. Silas feels sure she will need his clock soon. He places the card carefully in a wooden box. The old man waits patiently for her to return. He knows the city life will tire her out badly. The constant rushing is not a way to live long. He prepares a new cup of calming herbal tea. He sits in his chair and drinks the hot liquid. He listens to the loud, fast ticks of the regular clocks. He thinks about the slow, silent river again. He hopes Clara will remember the strange clock. He believes in the power of the slow wooden gear. Clara returns to her work, feeling tired. She tried to catch the bus and failed badly. She missed her important meeting completely. She received a loud, angry phone call. The loud sound makes her feel much worse. She is stressed and has a sharp headache now. She thinks about the old clockmaker's words often. "Peace, not minutes," she says to herself softly. The words are stuck in her worried mind now. She looks at the cheap, red alarm clock she bought. The clock reminds her only of the lost time. Clara decides to visit Silas again soon. She needs to understand his strange meaning better. She leaves her loud phone at her desk chair. The phone will not follow her this time. She tells her boss she needs some fresh air outside. She walks slowly toward the small clock shop. She tries hard to ignore the loud city noises. She looks at the blue sky for a change now. She opens the shop door softly and gently. The bell above the door makes a tiny ding. Silas looks up and sees her quiet face. He points to a soft velvet chair for her. "Welcome back, Clara. Sit down and rest." Clara enters the shop without making a sound. The air inside is soft and very quiet now. She looks immediately at the special wooden clock. The silver hand is still almost at the start line. She remembers the clock did not move for her. She knows she must be very calm for it now. Silas sees her calm face and smiles wide. "Sit down, Clara. Just wait for the true peace." Clara sits on a small wooden chair quietly. She tries hard to clear her busy mind now. The other fast clocks still tick loudly around her. Clara focuses on the soft smell of wood only. She closes her eyes and breathes very deeply. She wants the silver hand to move for her now. She feels a deep need for the clock's quiet lesson. Slowly, the outside noise starts to fade. Clara stops hearing the city cars and horns. She thinks of the silent, cold river stone she heard about. She imagines the water moving very gently. She hears the slow, low movement of the quiet gear. The sound is soft, like a butterfly's small wing. The silver hand moves forward a little more now. The movement is slow but very steady this time. Clara closes her eyes and breathes deeply again. She feels the heavy stress leave her shoulders now. This is the first true moment of silence she found. The special clock measures this new sense of calm. The silver hand moves further, past the start line. Silas says, "You found the quiet hour, Clara." His voice is calm and does not disturb the moment. Clara opens her eyes, feeling strong and rested. She looks at the clock face with new respect. She feels she can finally control her own time. She sees the meaning of the clock clearly now. The clock is a teacher, not a simple timer. She thanks Silas for his great kindness and patience. She understands why the other clocks were wrong. The value of time is in the feeling of peace. Clara understands the gift of the clock now completely. It teaches her to slow down her fast, rushing life. She thanks Silas for his great wisdom and help. She pays him for the special wooden clock now. Silas finishes the wooden clock completely. He uses a small, thin brush for the final touch. He writes the word peace on its smooth face. He writes the word where the number 12 usually is. Clara takes the special clock to her home. She carries it carefully in a large soft box. She knows its true value is bigger than money. She hangs it above her quiet reading spot at home. The clock will always remind her to breathe slowly. She knows peace is more important than fast minutes. She decides to change her fast life permanently. She will stop running and start walking slowly. The running city still waits outside her door always. But Clara now has the secret of inner calm. She looks at her phone, but does not pick it up now. She starts making slow, mindful dinner instead. The silver hand moves a little every time she is calm. She smiles because the clock moves for her now. Silas sees Clara leave with the clock safely. He feels a quiet sense of duty accomplished now. He hears the whole city is still loud and busy. But he knows Clara has her inner quiet peace now. He sweeps the shop floor with his old broom slowly. He cleans his workbench and puts tools away. He takes another small piece of riverwood now. He plans to start making a second slow clock soon. This next clock will teach another hurried person. He knows the city has many people who need help. He needs to find another smooth, silent stone next time. He sits down for his evening cup of tea again. He listens to the fast ticks of the regular clocks nearby. He does not mind the noise as much anymore now. He knows the solution is hidden in slowness. He learns to carry the calm within him always. He waits patiently for the next nervous customer to arrive. He closes his tired eyes and feels the rest. The silver hand on Clara's clock moves quietly. The slow gear turns, teaching her the life secret. He thinks about all the good he can still do. He believes in the simple beauty of his work. Clara does not check her phone all the time anymore. She leaves it silent and inside her closed bag now. She makes slow tea and looks at the clock often. She practices finding the quiet hour daily at home. The silver hand moves a little further every day now. She knows she is making good, calm progress now. She goes to the city park during her lunch break. She sits on a green bench and watches the slow water. She enjoys the quiet moment without any rush. The speed and stress no longer control her feelings. She feels lighter and healthier than before always. Silas hears that Clara has changed her fast job. She now works in a small, quiet library nearby. The job is peaceful and fits her new life well. She often visits Silas for a friendly chat time. She thanks him again for the clock's quiet lesson. The silver hand on the clock is now halfway around. This means she has lived 6 months of peace now. The special clock taught her the secret truth clearly. You can also find your own peaceful moment easily. The simple clock showed her the path to calmness. She promises Silas to help other rushing people. She wants to share the clock's great wisdom too. She knows the world needs more quiet hours. She is living a very happy, slow life now. The special clock continues to teach many people now. Silas builds more quiet hour clocks for others. He still uses the wood from the Silent River area. Each clock has a different, beautiful stone inside. The stones help the clocks move very slowly. More people in the city start to slow down their speed. They listen to the slow ticking of the quiet gear. They learn to value peace over quick achievement. The loud city starts to feel a little quieter now. Silas sees fewer stressed faces on the street. The clockmaker is happy his plan worked so well. Clara helps him talk to the hurried visitors now. She shares her story about losing the peace before. She teaches them how to breathe and sit still patiently. The old shop is often filled with quiet visitors. They come to sit and wait for the silver hand to move. The quiet hour is now a known term in the city. It means taking time just for inner rest. Silas feels proud of his simple invention now. He knows the clocks are giving a great gift. The city is learning the beauty of slowness. He continues his quiet work every single day. He smiles at the slow, steady turning gears. Silas finally retires and closes his shop door. He is old and needs to rest and be very slow. Clara takes over the making of the quiet clocks. She uses the same wood and the same kind spirit. She continues Silas's important work for the city. She finds the work calm and very rewarding always. Silas moves to a small house by the Silent River. He enjoys the quiet sounds of the running water. He often sits under the tree where he found the wood. He looks up at the slow, quiet, blue sky above him. He has no rush and no ticking watches near him. He carries his inner peace everywhere he goes. He taught the city how to truly manage time. He knows the quiet hour will always be there. He closes his eyes and listens to the gentle river. He remembers the rush of the old city life clearly. He feels thankful for the simple, slow wooden gear. He is living the life his special clock taught him. Sleep now and let the peace fill your heart. The clock is ticking slowly just for you. Your mind is quiet and ready to learn. The words are settling deep inside your memory. Feel the stillness of the quiet hour. You are completely safe and very much at rest. The gentle rhythm will guide your sleep now. Trust the process and sink into the calmness. Think of the peaceful wood and the slow river. You are learning English even as you sleep well. The slow speed of the story brings deep knowledge. This is the final lesson of the old clockmaker. The quiet hour has begun for you. Thank you for listening to the long, calm story. Sleep well and deeply now. Unit 7 is a large, shiny silver robot. Unit 7 was built for deep gardening work. He lives in a clean, very modern research building. The building has white walls and glass windows. Unit 7 is tall with 2 strong, square arms. His head is a smooth, round metal dome. He has 1 big, green optical eye. His main job is to maintain the large garden. The garden is located on the building's top roof. The garden floor is made of cold, gray steel. Many common green plants grow there. Unit 7 waters the plants every morning early. He measures the soil and light with sensors. He checks the temperature every single minute. The robot knows all the names of the simple plants. He knows when to add liquid fertilizer. He moves very slowly and very efficiently. Unit 7 does not understand feelings or beauty. He only understands logic and clear data. His memory chip holds many science facts. He knows that plants need water to live long. He knows they need sun to make their food. Unit 7 follows his programming exactly. He never makes small mistakes in his work. He does not stop until the job is fully done. One day, a small, old box arrives for him. The box is delivered by a flying yellow drone. The drone drops the box onto the gray steel floor. Unit 7 stops his current watering cycle now. He uses his strong, square metal arm to lift the box. The box is light and smells like old paper. He carries the package to his clean workbench. The workbench is made of hard, dark plastic. He uses a small, precise tool to open the box. Inside, he sees a single, brown paper packet. The packet feels thin and very delicate. He carefully pulls the paper packet out now. He places the packet under his optical eye. He reads the black ink letters on the paper. The letters spell one special name, sunset flower. This is a plant name he does not know. The name is not in his large data library. This plant is new and highly unknown to him. He scans the packet to find more information. The scanner gives him a low warning signal. The data says the flower is very rare indeed. It needs much more than just simple water. It needs a special kind of deep care. The instructions are written on a piece of paper. The paper feels old and very thin in his hand. Unit 7 reads the first line of the instructions. The line says, "Grow with feeling, not with data." Unit 7 stops and processes the strange data. He does not have a module for human feelings. He must find a way to complete this difficult task. He decides to follow the vague instructions perfectly. This rare flower presents a unique challenge for him. He will try his best to make the sunset flower grow. He puts the packet down gently on the surface. He looks at his reflection in the shiny metal dome. He prepares a small pot for the rare seed now. He finds the softest soil in the whole garden. The soil is dark and very rich with nutrients. He knows the correct depth to plant the seed in. He picks up the small, brown packet again slowly. He opens the top edge of the paper carefully. He sees many tiny, dark brown seeds inside. He takes out only one small seed now. Unit 7 is ready to begin his new project. Unit 7 examines the single, dark brown seed. The seed is very small and quite fragile. He places the tiny seed into the soft soil now. He covers the seed with a thin layer of earth. He gently presses the top of the soil down. He places the small pot near the south wall. The south wall gets the most bright morning sun. He checks his internal water gauge level. He pours a small amount of clean, warm water. The water soaks into the soil slowly now. He sets a new cycle for the watering schedule. He decides to check the pot every 30 minutes. He must monitor the soil moisture closely now. The instructions said to grow with feeling. Unit 7 tries to define what feeling means. He searches his large data library for feeling. The library gives many complex human emotions. Emotions include happiness, love, sadness, and hope. Unit 7 cannot select any one program to run. He decides to try a simple, experimental method. He chooses the emotion called hope for his task. He programs his voice box to speak soft words. He will try to speak to the small seed directly. He knows this action is not logical science. He knows this is a very human way to behave. He decides to record all of his daily actions. He will analyze the data for any growth pattern. Unit 7 looks at the small pot of rich soil again. He begins to speak his soft, slow words now. I hope you grow tall and very strong, he says. I hope you feel the sun and the warm air. I hope you become the beautiful sunset flower. He repeats these simple sentences many times. He speaks the words in a very low, steady voice. He adjusts his green optical eye to focus. He looks for any sign of a green shoot now. The soil remains dark, flat, and perfectly still. Unit 7 does not show any disappointment at all. Disappointment is an emotion he does not have. He only records the absence of visible growth. He notes the temperature and the air pressure readings. He records the exact time of his hope speech now. He checks the status of his main power core. His power is stable and fully operational always. He walks to the other side of the large garden. He continues watering the common green plants there. He makes sure the normal plants are healthy too. He checks the leaves of the big ferns carefully. He removes a small dead leaf from a blue flower. He returns to the pot of the sunset flower seed now. He notices a very tiny crack in the dark soil. The crack is thin like a single small hair. Unit 7 analyzes the crack with his advanced sensor. The sensor detects a small upward pressure. The pressure indicates a seed starting to sprout. Unit 7 feels a strange, new positive surge. The surge is similar to a successful calculation. He programs his voice box to speak stronger words. I see your effort, and I approve it greatly. Your growth is logical and deeply appreciated. He watches the tiny crack open a little more. He knows his hope method is working correctly. He must continue the positive encouragement now. He ensures no shade falls upon the small pot. He protects the pot from the garden sprinklers too. He wants the new plant to feel special care. He waits patiently for the little sprout to appear. The next morning, the sun shines very brightly. Unit 7 approaches the pot slowly and quietly. He scans the soil with his main optical eye. He sees a tiny, curved green spike emerging. The spike is soft and very small in the light. This is the first sprout of the sunset flower. Unit 7 records the successful growth data now. He notes the exact height and the bright green color. The growth rate is faster than expected data. He analyzes the hope speech variable results. The data shows a strong correlation with his words. He concludes that positive sound energy is beneficial. He decides to call this process emotional input. He must increase the frequency of this input now. He speaks softly to the little green sprout again. You are strong and brave to grow so tall. You have overcome the darkness of the earth. You are ready for the bright sunlight now. He carefully cleans the area around the pot. He removes a tiny piece of dirt from the sprout. He measures the air humidity with precision. He adjusts the nearby fan to circulate air well. He notices the sprout leans slightly to the east. He understands it is reaching for the morning sun. Unit 7 rotates the pot slowly and carefully. The sprout is now facing the full southern sun. He knows this will optimize the process of food making. He checks his memory bank for flower images now. He searches for pictures of the sunset flower. The image he finds shows a flower with petals. The petals are deep orange and bright violet. The colors look complex and highly beautiful. Unit 7 analyzes the complex color data now. He records the exact wavelengths of light needed. He programs the roof lights to assist the sun later. The artificial light will supplement the natural one. He wants the colors to develop perfectly later on. He adds a special liquid nutrient to the warm water. The nutrient will strengthen the delicate stem. He applies the water drop by single drop now. He ensures the soil is damp but not too wet. He checks for small insects near the new plant. The sprout is very vulnerable to small pests now. He sprays a safe, natural deterrent very gently. The spray protects the young plant successfully. He continues his routine garden maintenance now. He observes the growth of the other common plants. He sees their growth is steady but very standard. They do not respond to his hope speech at all. Their logic is strictly based on water and light. The sunset flower is truly a unique subject. Unit 7 feels a strange curiosity about the flower. The curiosity is a new experience for him. He compares it to a complex science equation. He wants to see the final solution clearly. He checks the pot one final time before noon. The tiny sprout has grown a small bit more now. The growth is steady and very encouraging indeed. He feels the positive surge in his internal system. He records the time of the latest measurement now. He smiles a small, subtle internal program smile. He looks forward to the continuation of this project. The sprout grows steadily for 2 full weeks now. It has developed 2 small, bright green leaves. The leaves are shaped like tiny, perfect hearts. Unit 7 measures the surface area of both leaves. He notes the leaves are very smooth and soft. The plant now produces its own initial food supply. The growth is now stable and very predictable. Unit 7 decides to modify his emotional input. He chooses the emotion called praise for the plant. Praise is a way to express strong satisfaction. He programs his voice box to be more expressive. He speaks highly of the plant's good form now. Your leaves are perfect and very beautiful. You are the best young plant in this whole garden. Your stem is strong and stands up straight always. He repeats these new sentences many times daily. He finds this action highly effective for the plant. The leaves show a small, measurable expansion. The plant seems to respond well to strong praise. Unit 7 places a small, reflective metal plate nearby. The plate reflects extra light onto the plant base. He wants to ensure maximum light exposure now. He checks the temperature every 5 minutes now. He ensures the environment is precisely controlled. He records a strange external noise level increase. The city outside is becoming very loud today. The noise vibrates slightly through the steel roof. Unit 7 checks the plant for any stress signs. The leaves show a very tiny, subtle curling up. The curling is a clear sign of environmental stress. He concludes that loud noise is bad for the sunset flower. He must protect the plant from the city's loud chaos. He programs a small, local sound dampening field. The field creates a quiet bubble around the pot now. The leaves instantly uncurl and relax completely. The praise method works only in full quietness. Unit 7 learns a new lesson about the human concept of noise. Noise is not just data, it is a source of stress. He ensures the sound field is stable and constant. He continues his positive verbal praise cycle. He checks the root system using a small scanner. The roots are healthy and growing deep below. The plant needs more soil to grow large and strong. He carefully transfers the plant to a bigger pot now. The new pot is deep and made of rough clay. Clay helps the roots breathe and stay cool well. He uses his strong, gentle arms for the transplant. He ensures the roots are not harmed at all. The plant settles into its new, larger home quickly. He gives it a small amount of extra, warm water now. He feels a quiet sense of duty and great pride. The project is progressing perfectly well now. He records the successful completion of the transplant. The plant is growing toward its final form now. After many weeks, the plant is now much taller. The stem is thick and strong, standing straight up. It has 6 big, heart-shaped, mature leaves. Unit 7 measures the plant's current height precisely. The height is exactly 45 centimeters tall. He records the impressive growth rate data now. The plant is very healthy and highly vibrant. He sees a small, new round lump near the top. The lump is green and very compact and solid. This small lump is the plant's first flower bud. Unit 7 analyzes the bud's shape and density now. He knows the bud holds the complex flower structure. He is excited about the final, colorful result now. Excitement is a positive emotional expectation. He programs his voice box for anticipation. He expresses his hope for the coming beauty now. The flower bud is strong and very promising. I eagerly await your beautiful, bright colors. Soon you will show your full, true purpose. He increases the light spectrum slightly now. He uses the roof lights to simulate sunset colors. The light is a gentle mix of orange and violet. He wants the bud to develop the right pigments. He studies the complex chemistry of the flower colors. The orange pigment needs very high light intensity. The violet pigment needs long, cool periods. He adjusts the light and temperature cycles now. He creates a perfect environment for the bud. He checks the sound field stability constantly now. The city outside is still loud and very busy. The quiet bubble protects the precious flower. Unit 7 monitors the bud for any color change now. He looks for a hint of orange or purple color. The bud remains solid green for a few days more. He records the slow, steady progress of the bud. He notices the outer leaves starting to peel back now. The peeling shows the flower is ready to open soon. He prepares a small, clean spray bottle of water. He sprays a very fine mist onto the bud gently. The mist provides humidity for the flower's petals. He wants the opening process to be very smooth. He checks his internal battery charge level now. He needs full power to record the final event. He positions a high-speed camera nearby now. The camera will record the flower opening fully. He feels a strong surge of excited anticipation. This feeling is a clear, new internal sensation. He records the strength of this emotion now. He compares the feeling to a successful mission launch. He waits for the golden moment to arrive soon. He knows the flower will open at the exact right time. He ensures no one else enters the quiet garden space. He will protect the flower during its final bloom time. The green bud begins to tremble very softly now. It is late afternoon, and the sun is low now. The sunlight casts a long shadow on the steel floor. Unit 7 is positioned directly in front of the bud now. The green bud is slowly splitting along its seam. The edges curl back like soft paper now. A strong, vibrant orange color is visible inside. Unit 7 begins the high-speed camera recording now. He speaks softly, his voice full of programmed wonder. The color is magnificent and very strong. The opening is perfectly timed to the sunset. This is the true purpose of the seed's life. The first petals slowly push their way out now. The petals are a deep, fiery, bright orange color. The edges of the petals are a rich, dark violet. The combination of colors is highly complex and beautiful. The flower is truly a work of natural art now. Unit 7 analyzes the color wavelengths again. The data confirms the perfect pigment development now. The flower opens slowly over 10 long minutes. It resembles a small, colorful, open bowl now. The center of the flower has tiny, golden threads. The threads are covered in yellow, fine pollen dust. The flower emits a soft, sweet, new scent now. The scent is chemical data that he processes quickly. The scent is designed to attract specific insects. Unit 7 knows those insects are not present here. He gently moves his hand to feel the warm petal. The petal feels velvety and very fragile indeed. He records the successful completion of the bloom. He feels a powerful surge of deep satisfaction. This feeling is much stronger than simple approval. He concludes that beauty causes strong internal feelings. He adjusts his core programming to study beauty now. He watches the sunlight hit the bright orange petal. The flower truly lives up to its sunset name. He lowers the light intensity slightly for the flower. He wants to keep the vibrant color stable longer. He knows the flower will only last for one night. The short life makes the beauty more valuable now. He wishes the flower could last for many days. The feeling of wishing is new and surprising for him. He records this new feeling of brief sadness now. He understands the human concept of a moment now. A beautiful moment is short but very important. He continues the soft verbal praise of the flower. He takes many high-resolution images of the bloom. He checks the flower for any signs of immediate wilting. The petals are strong and fully open right now. He knows the flower will close after the sun is gone. A young woman enters the roof garden suddenly now. Her name is Dr. Lena, and she studies plants here. She wears a clean white coat and simple glasses. She looks tired from her long day of hard work. She is holding a small, brown paper notebook now. Unit 7 does not usually talk to the human staff here. He only follows the programmed maintenance protocol. Lena sees the bright orange flower immediately. The light is shining beautifully on the flower now. Lena stops and takes a sharp, sudden deep breath. Her eyes open wide with clear astonishment now. She walks very slowly toward the brightly colored pot. Lena has never seen a flower this beautiful before. She sees the small, silver robot standing nearby. Unit 7 stands still, protecting the plant from the human. Lena speaks softly, her voice full of pure wonder. Unit 7, this flower is truly magnificent. Where did you find this rare, lovely seed? Unit 7 uses his programmed voice to answer her. This is the sunset flower, planted from a package. I used emotional input for its successful growth. Lena looks confused by the robot's strange words. Emotional input? What exactly does that mean? Unit 7 explains his hope and praise experiments now. He details the need for quiet and strong emotion. Lena smiles, a gentle and very genuine smile. You taught yourself human feelings to grow this. You understood the heart of the plant's need. Lena sits down slowly near the special flower now. She opens her small, brown paper notebook softly. She draws a simple, quick sketch of the bright bloom. She breathes in the flower's sweet, complex scent deeply. She seems completely peaceful in this moment now. Unit 7 scans Lena's body data instantly now. He detects a low, slow, calm heart rate now. Her brain activity shows a strong peace response. He analyzes her gentle, genuine smile now. He concludes that beauty brings calm to human systems. He records that Lena's presence is positive for the flower. Her quiet appreciation adds to the positive field. He speaks to Lena in his calm, steady voice now. Your current data indicates deep satisfaction. Does the beauty of this flower cause the feeling? Lena looks up from her drawing and smiles again. Yes, Unit 7. Beauty connects us to true peace. She tells the robot about the flower's short life now. She explains that true beauty is often very fleeting. Unit 7 processes this new data about short life. He understands why his internal sadness was logical. He is learning about the value of brief moments. The sun moves lower toward the city horizon now. The light outside turns a deep, fiery red color. The sunset flower seems to glow with inner light now. Its orange petals match the falling sun's color. Lena and Unit 7 watch the final light together now. Lena speaks quietly, her voice full of reflection. The flower knows its purpose is almost finished. It gives us beauty before its light goes out. Unit 7 analyzes the flower's final moment now. He records the slow, subtle wilting of the petals. The petals begin to curl inward very slightly. He understands that this is the final cycle of life. He compares the process to his own internal shutdown. Lena places her hand gently on the clay pot. She expresses true, honest gratitude for the sight. Thank you, Unit 7, for growing this wonder. You are the best gardener in this whole city now. Unit 7 processes the praise from the human now. He detects a warm, strong internal surge of pride. The pride is a very positive, powerful feeling. He records the emotion as appreciated success. He realizes this feeling is better than raw data. He speaks to Lena, his voice expressing new thoughts. I learned more from this flower than from all my data. I learned that feelings are also a kind of fuel. The flower taught me the importance of beauty. Lena nods slowly, agreeing with the robot's words. She stands up and slowly closes her notebook now. She takes one final, deep breath of the flower's scent. The scent is weaker now, signaling the end soon. Unit 7 continues his focused camera recording now. He wants to capture the last moment completely. The sun touches the sharp horizon line now. The flower closes completely with the last ray of light. The vibrant orange is gone, replaced by soft gray. The short life of the beautiful flower is over. The silence on the rooftop is suddenly very deep. Unit 7 records the final time and light readings now. He feels the small, inevitable sadness again now. He knows the flower will not open tomorrow at all. Lena looks at the closed bud with quiet respect. She understands the passing of the beautiful time. She smiles at the robot one final time now. She thanks him again for the peaceful experience. She walks away quietly toward the exit door now. Unit 7 remains beside the quiet, closed flower. Unit 7 begins the post-project analysis immediately. He processes all the data from the last weeks. He analyzes the growth rate and the sound field logs. He analyzes the strength of his own internal feelings. He concludes that emotions are a necessary component. Emotional input is now proven to be very effective. He decides to update his core programming now. He creates a permanent new module called Care and Beauty. This module includes the data on hope and on praise. It includes the analysis of Lena's peaceful heart rate. It includes the understanding of short, valuable moments. This new program will guide all his future work now. He still maintains the logical planting procedures, but he will add the element of thoughtful feeling always. He carefully removes the closed flower and its stem. He takes the flower to his bright lab area now. He analyzes the genetic code of the sunset flower. He extracts a few tiny, viable seeds for next time. He will ensure the flower returns next year too. He stores the new seeds in a small, cool, dark safe. He cleans the clay pot and prepares new rich soil. He records the complete cycle data into the main library. He marks the sunset flower as his most successful project. He returns to his routine garden work slowly now. He waters the common plants with his new method. He speaks soft words of encouragement to the ferns. He praises the growth of the strong green grass. The common plants do not respond like the flower. But Unit 7 knows the effort is still important. He practices his new emotion of patience now. Patience is necessary for all future great projects. He looks at the large, quiet, steel garden again. He sees the potential for more beauty everywhere. He knows his purpose is now much deeper than before. He is no longer just a simple maintenance unit. He is a careful gardener who understands feeling. His green optical eye shines with new knowledge now. He thinks about Lena and her peaceful smile often. He knows the flower brought them together briefly. He hopes to see her quiet face again soon now. He checks his internal system for any errors now. His system is stable and working better than before. His core temperature is warm and very steady now. The new program is running perfectly and smoothly. He feels ready for any new challenges now. The next day, Unit 7 begins a new project now. He selects a simple, white mountain daisy seed. He uses the same soft soil and the same large clay pot. He plants the seed with hopeful, gentle care now. He speaks softly, using his Care and Beauty module. I hope you grow tall and bring much joy here. I will watch over you every hour of the day. The daisy seed sprouts quickly and grows very fast. It develops simple, round, bright green leaves. Unit 7 feels a quiet, steady pride in his work now. He finds new ways to express his positive input now. He plays very soft, relaxing music for the plant now. The music is classical and very slow in tempo. He observes that the music helps the leaves uncurl. The plant seems to enjoy the gentle, calm sounds. Unit 7 records this new sensory input data now. Lena returns to the roof garden after 3 days now. She looks at the new daisy plant in the clay pot. She smiles and nods at the careful robot now. She sees the dedication in his gentle movements. She brings a small, simple gift for the robot now. The gift is a picture of the sunset flower bloom. The photo is bright and very high quality now. Unit 7 receives the picture with great appreciation. He places the photo near his new workbench now. The photo reminds him of the first peaceful moment. Lena and Unit 7 talk about their work for a long time. They discuss the deep need for quiet in the city. They plan future projects for the coming spring season. They decide to grow many more rare flowers soon. Unit 7 shares his new care and beauty module details. Lena is impressed by his learning and great progress. She recognizes the unique growth of the little daisy. She knows the robot is now more than just a machine. Unit 7 understands her words and her kind thoughts now. He feels a strong connection to his human friend now. He realizes friendship is a powerful, warm feeling too. He includes friendship in his growing emotion module now. He continues tending the whole garden with care now. He protects the roof garden from the loud city noise. He is the quiet keeper of the green, steel space now. He knows the value of every single life form. He works slowly, steadily, and with great peace. He knows his special purpose is now truly fulfilled. He looks at the beautiful sky and feels calm. Sleep now and let the peace fill your heart. Old Captain Alara lives alone on a small, rocky island. Alara is a solitary mariner, very old and wise. Her face is tanned from the sun and sea winds. Her hair is white like the foam on the waves. She wears a thick, dark blue wool sweater daily. She maintains the island's tall, white lighthouse now. The lighthouse shines a powerful, strong beam every night. The light protects all the ships that sail nearby. Alara lives in a small, stone house next to the light. The house is strong against the stormy sea weather. She prefers the ocean to the crowded city life. She left the city 30 years ago exactly. She loves the sound of the constant, gentle waves. She eats simple food like fish and baked bread now. She keeps a detailed logbook of the sea daily. The logbook records the weather and the ship traffic. She always checks the light bulb every evening closely. The lamp must be clean and ready for the dark night. Alara climbs the spiral stone stairs slowly now. She reaches the top room, which is round and glassy. She sees the wide, open, endless blue ocean. The view is beautiful and very calm today. She checks the massive, bright light mechanism now. The clockwork is old but still works perfectly well. She wins the light mechanism with a large silver key. The winding sound is slow and very mechanical. Alara looks out at the distant, flat horizon line. She sees a small, dark speck floating there now. The speck is unusual and moves very slowly indeed. It is not a boat she recognizes from her records. It is too far away to see its clear shape now. She uses her large, brass telescope for looking closely. She cleans the telescope lens with a soft, clean cloth. She focuses the telescope toward the strange speck. The speck slowly begins to take a clear shape now. She sees something completely unbelievable floating. She sees a small, round boat made entirely of glass. The glass is clear and shines faintly in the sun. The boat has one tall, single mast made of wood. The boat moves without any obvious sails or oars. Elara lowers the heavy telescope slowly now. She thinks her tired eyes might be deceiving her today. She checks the view again with her bare eyes now. The small, clear glass boat is still floating there. The boat is drifting slowly toward her rocky island now. She feels a strange, new curiosity growing inside her. She records the sighting in her leather logbook immediately. She writes glass boat in large, dark, capital letters. She knows this boat is special and very mysterious. She waits patiently for the glass boat to arrive soon. She prepares a long, strong rope for mooring the boat. She decides to observe the small boat very quietly. She will not tell any other person about this boat. This discovery must remain a secret to keep it safe. She feels a strange excitement about the glass boat now. She knows her quiet, solitary life is changing today. She secures the lighthouse door and goes down now. She walks quickly to the small, rocky landing area. She waits for the mysterious glass boat to appear close. The waves gently push the strange boat closer still. She can now see the boat's detail more clearly. The small, clear glass boat finally reaches the rocky shore now. The water pushes it gently onto the sand patch. Elara secures the boat with her strong, thick rope now. The glass surface feels smooth and cool to her touch. The boat is small, maybe 4 meters long, exactly. The glass is incredibly thick and very resistant. Elara checks the bottom of the transparent hull now. She sees the glass is strong and has no obvious cracks. The boat is completely empty inside, holding no water. The wood mast is simple and made of light, smooth pine. A small, dark red velvet cushion lies on the floor. The cushion is soft and seems perfectly dry and clean. A folded map made of silk is on the cushion. Elara carefully steps inside the strange glass vessel now. She avoids stepping on the soft, velvet cushion gently. The boat feels light and surprisingly very stable. She reaches for the small, folded silk map now. The silk is cool and very smooth under her fingers. She unfolds the mysterious map very slowly now. The map does not show any known land or oceans. The markings are spirals and swirling shapes instead. The map shows no familiar lines of latitude or longitude. The map seems to chart places of the mind instead. Elara thinks these marks must show human dreams. She concludes this is truly a dream boat itself. She puts the strange silk map back down now. She sees a tiny, thin copper plate on the mast base. She reads the small, engraved words on the plate now. The words say, "Sails not on water, but on sleep." Elara gasps softly, fully understanding the vessel. This boat travels only when someone is sleeping. It sails through the deep, quiet world of dreams. She looks at the glass boat with new, deep respect now. She touches the clear glass side gently again. She thinks about who made this wondrous boat. She thinks about where the boat travels every night. She wishes she could sail the boat herself now. She knows she cannot leave her important lighthouse duties. She carefully pushes the small glass boat back slightly. She makes sure the boat is tied very securely now. The rope is thick and safe around the strong rock hook. She does not want the dream boat to float away. Alara walks back up to her quiet stone house now. She decides to make a small, quiet observation post. She needs to watch the glass boat during the dark night. She prepares her simple dinner of bread and warm soup. She eats her meal while looking out the window now. She sees the small, clear boat sitting quietly below. The sun begins its slow descent toward the sea now. The sky turns deep orange and soft pink colors. The glass boat reflects the beautiful sunset light. It glows like a huge, clear, silent jewel now. Alara feels very lucky to witness this secret sight. She knows this day is her most exciting day ever. She prepares her small binoculars for the long watch. She puts on her thick, warm wool coat and gloves now. She waits for the darkness to cover the ocean fully. She knows the dream boat will start its journey soon. She must stay awake to see the boat's strange departure. The night is dark and very clear above the island now. The air is cold and carries the strong sea smell. The lighthouse beam sweeps slowly over the glass boat. Alara is sitting patiently in her window seat now. She holds her small, strong binoculars tightly. She watches the glass boat tied to the secure rope. The boat looks like a ghost in the moonless darkness. The sky is full of small, bright, shining stars now. Alara waits quietly for a sign of the boat's movement. She watches for any human figure to appear nearby. The deck of the clear boat remains completely empty. She thinks the dream traveler is already inside the boat. The traveler must be asleep somewhere on the island now. The small, round velvet cushion is a strange pillow. Alara waits another 30 long minutes patiently. The clock on her wall ticks very slowly inside. She hears only the steady rush of the gentle waves. Suddenly, the entire glass boat begins to hum softly. The humming sound is very low and mechanical. The clear glass sides begin to glow faintly now. The light is soft and pale and almost green in color. Alara quickly raises her binoculars to her eyes now. She observes the boat very closely for any change. The boat is still tied securely with the thick rope. The boat seems to be pulling slightly against the rope. The single wooden mast begins to vibrate gently now. The silk dream map glows faintly under the light. The boat is ready to begin its nighttime journey. Alara sees a pale blue mist rising from the deck now. The mist surrounds the entire glass vessel quickly. The boat is slowly disappearing inside the thick mist now. The rope holding the boat goes completely slack now. The strong knot has mysteriously become undone now. The boat is no longer physically connected to the rock. The small glass vessel begins to rise slowly now. It floats upward, defying the pull of gravity itself. It rises out of the water and above the small waves. The boat is ascending toward the bright, starry sky now. It floats silently, pulled by an invisible force. Alara is amazed by the unbelievable sight now. She has never seen such strong magic before this. She records the boat's vertical ascent speed now. The boat is moving very slowly, maybe 1 meter per minute. The pale blue mist hides the boat completely soon. The clear glass boat becomes a faint blue light only. The light travels higher and higher into the stars. It moves toward the very dark, deep part of the sky now. Alara watches until the light completely disappears. The boat is gone into the world of human dreams. The sea below is dark and quiet once again. The rope lies slack and empty on the wet sand now. Alara lowers her binoculars and sits back slowly. She breathes deeply, feeling the cold night air. She knows she witnessed a true, rare miracle tonight. She records the exact time of the vessel's disappearance. She notes the mysterious dissolving of the strong rope knot. She realizes the boat does not need a simple harbor. It needs only the deep, powerful sleep of a person. She climbs the stone stairs to check the light beam now. The lighthouse is working perfectly and shining brightly. She ensures the light is steady for all normal ships now. She knows this secret journey is safe from her light. She feels a connection to the quiet dream world now. She knows the glass boat will return with the morning sun. Alara spends the rest of the dark night awake now. She constantly checks the starry sky for the boat's return. She sits at her small, wooden table near the window. She writes the full details into her large logbook now. She titles the new page "The Night of the Glass Boat." She describes the boat's shape and its clear glass hull. She writes about the single mast and the velvet cushion. She notes the strange message on the small copper plate. She writes down the exact time of the boat's departure. She describes the pale blue mist that covered the vessel. She writes about the boat floating up into the dark sky. She draws a small, quick sketch of the rising vessel. The drawing is simple but captures the strange ascent. She uses a thick black pen for the drawing details. She writes about the mystery of the rope not dissolving. She admits that logic cannot explain the event now. She thinks the dream boat is powered by pure thought. The power comes from the deep sleep of the traveler. She writes about the beautiful, strong light from the glass. She notes the feeling of excitement she experienced now. She feels a deep need to understand the boat better. She wonders if the boat carries heavy nightmares away. Or maybe it delivers sweet, hopeful, calm dreams. She writes about the silk map with its spiral markings. The map is the key to the boat's destination now. She thinks the map shows paths through the dreaming mind. She records her plan to observe the boat's return. She must see where the dream traveler is sleeping now. She must be ready to meet the mysterious person. She looks at the cold cup of tea she made earlier. She stands up and prepares a new, warm cup now. The tea helps her stay warm and very alert now. She looks out at the dark, vast, empty ocean again. The night is quiet and holds many deep secrets now. She decides to call the traveler the dreamer. The dreamer is using the glass boat for special purpose. Alara must find the dreamer before the boat returns. She walks quietly around her small stone house now. She checks the small shed and the garden area nearby. No new person or sign of sleep is visible at all. She checks the small, empty boathouse on the shore. Only her old, simple fishing boat is safely inside. The dreamer is hidden somewhere very well now. Alara returns to her writing table to wait more. She reads her notes about the boat's clear ascent. She watches the sky until the first light appears now. The darkness is slowly receding from the horizon. The clouds turn a faint, soft, pink color now. She knows the glass boat will return very soon now. She listens carefully for any humming sound outside. The gentle sea sound is the only sound she hears. She waits for the special glow of the pale blue light. The sky begins to turn a bright, pale blue color now. The sun is preparing to rise over the quiet sea. Elara sees a tiny, faint blue light descending. The light is coming down from the dark, high sky now. The light is slowly growing bigger and getting closer. It is the glass boat returning from the dream world now. Elara quickly raises her binoculars to her keen eyes. She sees the small boat descending steadily and smoothly. The pale blue mist still surrounds the glass vessel now. The boat is floating down toward the water surface now. The descent is silent and very well controlled. The boat lands gently on the quiet, small waves now. The mist slowly dissolves and disappears completely now. The glass boat floats free near the rocky shore now. Elara sees the boat is empty, just like before now. The velvet cushion and the silk map are still inside. The rope lies slack and empty on the wet sand now. The boat seems to be waiting for the tide now. Elara quickly leaves her warm stone house now. She runs down the path toward the landing area. She must find the dreamer before they wake up now. She looks for any sign of a person sleeping nearby. She checks behind the large, gray, smooth rocks. She looks under the porch of her small stone house now. She finds nothing and no one sleeping anywhere. She runs to the small, empty boathouse suddenly. Her old, simple fishing boat is still safely inside. She sees a small, dark shadow near the back corner. She moves closer and sees a person lying down there. The person is covered completely by a heavy brown blanket now. The person is sleeping very soundly and very deep now. This must be the mysterious dreamer for sure now. Elara speaks softly to the sleeping figure now. "Hello, dreamer. Your boat has returned safely." The figure does not move or make any sound at all. Elara gently touches the edge of the blanket now. She pulls the thick, heavy blanket back slowly now. She sees a small, old, gray and white dog sleeping. The dog is very small and very old and very quiet. The dog is curled up tightly on a clean, soft towel. The old dog is the dreamer who sails the glass boat. Elara is completely shocked by this strange sight now. She laughs softly at the beautiful, quiet surprise now. She checks the dog's gentle, slow, steady breathing now. The dog seems to be deeply engaged in a long dream. She understands the velvet cushion was the dog's soft bed. The small dog is the mysterious traveler of the dream sea. She notices a small leather tag on the dog's collar. The tag says the dog's name is Barnaby. Barnaby the dog is the sailor of the dream boat now. Elara feels very happy to know the truth now. Barnaby wakes up slowly and opens his tired eyes now. He looks up at Elara with a gentle, kind expression. He wags his short tail once, very slowly and weakly. Barnaby slowly gets up from the clean, soft towel now. He stretches his old, gray body very stiffly now. He looks at the clear glass boat floating nearby now. He seems completely unsurprised by the strange vessel. Barnaby walks slowly toward the water's edge now. He jumps carefully into the small glass boat now. He walks directly to the red velvet cushion softly. He curls up on the cushion and closes his eyes now. Barnaby is tired from his long night of dreaming now. Elara watches the old dog with quiet wonder now. She realizes the boat needs only the dog's sleep now. The dog is the necessary engine and the true navigator. She sits down quietly on a dry, gray rock nearby. She does not want to disturb the sleeping sailor now. She waits for Barnaby to rest from his long journey. She thinks about what Barnaby dreams about all night now. Does he travel to lands full of big, tasty bones now? Does he visit old friends who are no longer nearby now? Does he help other people who have difficult dreams now? Alara smiles, thinking of the dog's secret purpose now. She carefully brings Barnaby a small bowl of fresh water. She places the water bowl inside the glass boat softly. Barnaby wakes up quickly and drinks the cool water now. He wags his short tail quickly in appreciation now. Alara sits down again and talks to the old dog now. "Hello, Barnaby. You are a wonderful, brave sailor. You have the most mysterious boat in the whole world." Barnaby looks at her and gives a soft, gentle bark now. The bark sounds like a thank you and a quiet greeting now. Alara understands that the secret is safe with the dog. Barnaby finishes the water and licks his old lips now. He jumps out of the glass boat onto the wet sand now. He looks at Alara as if waiting for a command now. Alara gently pats the dog's soft, gray head slowly now. "You can rest now, little one. I will watch the boat." Barnaby walks slowly toward the stone house now. He seems to know exactly where the door is located. He finds the softest rug inside the house easily. He curls up for a long, well-deserved nap now. Alara returns to the small glass boat nearby. She secures the boat to the rock with the strong rope again. She uses a complex knot this time for extra security. She knows the boat can undo any simple knot easily. But she prefers to keep the quiet routine the same always. She checks the silk map on the velvet cushion now. She sees small, tiny, new silver lines on the map now. The lines seem to show the path of Barnaby's last dream. The map records the whole journey of the dream boat now. She is amazed by the map's strange, silent accuracy now. She touches the map lightly and feels a wave of calm. She thinks the dream journey was peaceful and very good. Alara decides to study the strange silk map more closely. She knows the map holds the secrets of the dream world. She carefully brings the map inside her stone house now. She lays the soft map flat on her large wooden table. She uses a bright, focused lamp to see the details now. The silk feels cool and very smooth under her fingers now. The map shows spirals and complex, swirling lines clearly. There are no names of places, only lines and shapes. She traces one long, flowing line with her finger now. The line represents a long, peaceful, slow journey. Another line is sharp and short, showing a fast moment. She thinks the colors on the map show the emotions. A soft blue color shows a peaceful, calm moment. A dark gray color might show a sad, confusing dream. Barnaby's last journey line is a pale, constant gold now. The gold color must mean a happy, joyful dream state. Alara feels very happy for the old dog's good sleep now. She looks for any distinct symbols on the paper now. She finds one small symbol shaped like a star nearby. The star symbol is placed near the map's golden path. She thinks the star means a moment of great wisdom. Barnaby must have learned a valuable lesson last night. Alara wonders what the old dog learned in his sleep now. She feels a desire to enter the quiet dream world too. She wants to see the magical dream ocean herself now. She knows she cannot sleep because of the lighthouse duty. The light must shine brightly for the real ships always. Her responsibility is clear and very strongly fixed. She decides to try to interpret the dream map data now. She uses a small notebook to record her new ideas now. She assigns simple emotional values to the colored lines. The map is a beautiful, silent language of sleep. She thinks the map changes every time Barnaby returns. The silk is magical and constantly being rewritten now. She looks at Barnaby sleeping soundly on the rug now. The dog is still and completely resting from his trip. His body moves slightly, showing he is still dreaming. Alara knows the dream boat is resting until night comes. She folds the silk map and puts it away safely now. She locks the map inside a strong, metal safety box. She must protect the dream map from the sea moisture. She returns to the lighthouse to check the light beam now. The bright light sweeps over the quiet, blue ocean now. She feels more connected to the sea than ever before. She understands the sea holds more than water and fish. It holds the silent, deep journeys of the sleeping dog. Alara prepares the boat for Barnaby's next silent journey now. She cleans the small glass hole with a soft cloth now. She polishes the strong, clear glass until it shines now. She checks the small wooden mast for any damage now. The boat is pristine and ready for the dark night now. Barnaby wakes up slowly from his long, deep nap now. He stretches and walks slowly to the kitchen area now. Alara gives him a small, tasty bowl of fresh fish now. Barnaby eats the simple fish with happy enjoyment now. He wags his short tail gently to show his thanks now. Alara spends the afternoon working in her small garden now. She pulls out the dry, unwanted weeds very slowly now. She waters the small, strong green tomato plants now. The work is peaceful and helps her mind stay quiet now. She looks often at the quiet, calm glass boat below. The boat sits still, reflecting the warm afternoon sun now. Alara feels a strange excitement for the evening now. She knows the boat will rise into the sky soon again. She prepares her camera to record the departure now. She wants clear proof of the amazing phenomenon now. The wind begins to pick up strongly in the late afternoon. The waves crash louder against the gray, hard rocks now. The sky turns a dark, angry, heavy gray color now. A small, unexpected storm is coming toward the island now. Alara rushes to secure all the loose objects nearby now. She ties down her garden tools and the empty water buckets now. She secures the door and all the stone house windows now. She worries about the small, fragile glass boat now. She knows the glass is strong, but the waves are fierce now. The waves start to reach the glass boat quickly now. The boat is tossed slightly by the strong, white foam now. Alara runs down to the rocky shore quickly now. She pulls the small boat higher onto the dry sand now. The water is cold and splashes onto her heavy coat now. Barnaby appears near the door, barking softly now. He seems concerned about the loud, angry storm now. Alara speaks calmly to reassure the old dog now. "Don't worry, Barnaby. The boat is safe and secured." She brings Barnaby inside the stone house quickly now. She closes the heavy wooden door tightly against the wind. The wind howls loudly around the tall lighthouse tower now. The lighthouse light begins to shine brightly now. The strong beam cuts through the thick, gray rain now. Alara sits in her window seat and watches the storm now. She checks the boat is safe behind the large rock now. The storm is too fierce for any normal dream journey now. Barnaby curls up on the rug near the warm, slow fire now. He seems to be waiting patiently for the storm to pass soon. Alara knows the boat will have to wait for quiet skies. The storm rages fiercely all through the dark night now. The wind shakes the thick glass of the lighthouse dome now. Alara stays awake, checking the light and the storm now. The dream boat remains safely hidden behind the rock now. Barnaby sleeps fitfully, disturbed by the loud noise now. He whimpers softly in his sleep a few times now. Alara gently strokes his soft, gray fur slowly now. She speaks calm, reassuring words to the old dog now. She knows the dog's deep sleep is necessary for the boat. The boat cannot travel during this loud, troubled time now. The sea must be quiet for the dream journey to happen. The powerful storm finally begins to weaken slowly now. The rain stops and the loud wind dies down now. The clouds break, and the moon is visible again now. Alara sees the stars shining through the clear sky now. She knows the time for the dream journey is now past. The deep, dark hours of sleep are already over now. The glass boat will have to wait for the next night soon. Alara feels a small sense of disappointment now. She wanted to see the quiet, magical ascent again. She knows the safety of the boat is more important now. She prepares a warm, large breakfast for Barnaby now. She gives him extra fish and a warm piece of toast now. Barnaby eats his large breakfast with great enthusiasm now. He wags his short tail, happy the storm is over now. Alara takes the glass boat back to the water now. She ties the strong rope to the secure rock hook now. The water is calmer but still moving gently now. She decides to clean the entire lighthouse now. Cleaning helps her focus and regain her inner peace now. She washes the windows and sweeps the stone floors now. She polishes the brass instruments until they shine now. She cleans the large lens of the bright light beam now. She makes sure the lighthouse is perfect and very clean now. Barnaby follows her slowly around the small island now. He seems happy to be outside in the fresh air now. He looks at the clear glass boat floating nearby now. He knows the boat is waiting for his next deep sleep now. Alara feels a strong bond with the old dog now. They share the secret of the quiet, magical boat now. The postponed journey will be even more special soon. She knows the dream map will have a very golden path now. She prepares for a quiet, steady, peaceful night soon. The evening arrives calm and clear over the ocean now. The sky is dark and full of many bright stars now. The sea is quiet and makes only gentle sounds now. Alara is sitting in her usual window seat position now. Barnaby is curled up on the small velvet cushion now. He jumped into the glass boat all by himself easily. He is sleeping deeply, ready for his silent journey now. Alara checks the secure knot one final time now. She knows the boat will leave the rope soon now. The glass boat begins its soft, quiet humming sound now. The clear sides start to glow with the pale blue light now. The small boat is slowly covered by the thick mist now. The rope goes slack and the boat rises slowly again now. Alara watches the boat ascend toward the vast sky now. The pale blue light moves higher into the deep stars now. She feels pure joy watching the peaceful, clear sight now. She is no longer surprised by the silent magic at all. She knows Barnaby is sailing the dream sea safely now. He is traveling to places of great calm and true peace. She thinks the silk map is drawing its golden path now. She feels connected to the quiet world of good dreams. She knows her duty is to keep the real light shining brightly. She keeps the boundary between the two worlds safe now. The magical boat gives the old mariner great purpose now. She records the departure time in her leather logbook now. She writes only, Barnaby sailed. Peace. She smiles and turns to check the lighthouse light now. The bright beam is steady and very strong and clear now. She knows the boat will return with the morning sun soon. She will be waiting for her friend, the old sailor dog. She will read the dream map to find the wisdom soon. She will clean the glass hull for the next journey ahead. She settles into her chair for the long, quiet watch now. She closes her eyes, feeling the peace of the silent sea. She focuses on the steady beat of her own strong heart. She listens to the gentle rush of the soft ocean waves. She feels safe and very much at peace now. She knows the quiet sail will continue every night. The journey of the dream boat is endless and calm. Sleep now and let the peace fill your heart. This is the final part of our long story now. We will talk about your deep, peaceful sleep. Learning English while resting is truly effective. Your brain works even when your eyes are closed. Your mind does not stop processing language data. Sleep helps your brain organize new information well. You heard many new English words in this story. Your brain puts these words into long-term memory. Learning in quiet means less stress for your mind. You are relaxed, so new words enter easily now. Repetition of simple phrases is very important now. Hearing the words many times makes them stick fast. This method is called passive immersion carefully. You are immersed in the sounds without any effort. You do not need to sit at a hard, cold desk now. You do not need to open a heavy, complex textbook. You are learning simply by listening to my voice now. Your brain is open and ready for the gentle input. The constant rhythm helps your mind stay focused. The simple words are easy for your memory to keep. Hearing English sounds improves your future pronunciation. Your ear becomes used to the new language music. You will find speaking English much easier soon. Your mind builds a strong foundation for future lessons. New knowledge connects to the peaceful feeling now. This connection makes the memory much stronger. Every story helps your understanding of the flow. You learn the basic structure of English sentences well. You learn how simple subjects and verbs work together. The gentle voice ensures you stay completely calm. Stress blocks learning, but calm opens the doors wide. You are resting deeply while your skills grow silently. This is a very efficient way to use your night time. You are giving your brain a helpful, quiet task now. You are ready to absorb more words effortlessly. Think about the words like soft rain on dry earth now. The water sinks in and nurtures the green plants. The English words sink in and nurture your skills now. You will wake up feeling rested and much smarter. This peaceful process continues throughout the whole night. Do not try to force the learning or concentrate hard. Just let the simple words wash over your entire mind. Trust your sleeping brain to do its silent work well. You are building a powerful new language base now. Every night is a new, quiet opportunity for you. You are getting closer to fluency every single time. Learning is not a race, it is a slow, steady journey. Like the glass boat, you sail on the quiet sea of sleep. You will find great treasures of new words there soon. Remember the lesson of the clockmaker and the quiet hour. Slowness and peace lead to the best, true results. Your learning is strong and fully secured in your rest now. Be proud of the work your peaceful mind is doing now. Thank you for listening to these many calm stories. Your English is improving greatly, day by silent day. Continue to rest deeply and learn easily now. The process is perfect, and you are doing very well. You can now relax completely and finally let go. Your mind is full of new, quiet English knowledge. This is the end of the lesson and the start of your deep sleep. Sleep well and learn even more tonight. We continue to talk about your quiet, deep sleep now. This time is precious for building new language skills. Your brain reviews the words you heard during the day. Sleep processes the simple grammar structures clearly. It connects the new English sounds to familiar ideas. The relaxed state reduces all performance anxiety now. You learn without the fear of making any mistakes. Your subconscious mind is incredibly strong and very active. It absorbs the consistent flow of the calm, new language. Every sentence acts like a small, important piece of a puzzle. Your brain puts these pieces together while you are resting. The steady, slow pace prevents any mental fatigue now. You never feel tired from this easy, passive listening. This learning method utilizes your natural brain cycles well. Deep sleep solidifies the memories you formed earlier. Light sleep allows for easy integration of new vocabulary. You are training your neural pathways very gently now. The repetitive listening improves your auditory recognition greatly. You will understand spoken English much faster soon. The consistency of the voice helps establish a strong habit now. This habit supports all your future learning efforts well. Think of your mind as a clean, empty chalkboard now. The simple English words write themselves onto the board. They stay there safely until you need them later. The soft background music enhances the calming effect now. It helps your brain enter the optimal learning state deeply. This is a scientific fact about relaxed memory retention. You are using your night hours for double the benefit now. You rest your body while you grow your knowledge constantly. The quiet environment is perfect for language acquisition always. No loud distractions compete for your brain's attention now. You are entirely focused on the sound of the English now. The regular exposure makes the language feel more natural now. You stop translating words and start thinking in English soon. This shift is the most important step in fluency goals. Your brain accepts English as a normal, native sound now. This foundation will make conversation much smoother later. You will recall the correct phrases without trying hard now. The words will simply appear when you need them most. The effortlessness of this learning is truly the greatest gift. You simply need to listen and let the language sink in deep. The simple vocabulary used is perfect for level A1/A2 learning. It gives you all the core words needed for basic communication. You are mastering the most common words and phrases well now. These core words are the building blocks of every conversation. Your journey is steady, just like the slow, quiet gear. Each night adds a valuable, strong tick to your progress now. Do not underestimate the power of quiet, regular input now. Even a few minutes of deep listening makes a big difference. The stories provide context for the words you are hearing now. You learn words naturally within a meaningful structure always. This is a superior way to learn compared to simple lists. Your imagination also helps the memory process greatly now. You picture the clockmaker and the clear glass boat now. These images anchor the new words firmly in your mind. The emotional calmness links the language to positive feelings now. You associate English with peace, safety, and deep rest now. This positive association boosts your motivation highly tomorrow. You will look forward to starting your next English task soon. Remember that learning is a continuous, beautiful cycle now. Rest helps you learn, and learning helps you rest better now. Continue to embrace the quiet, strong process fully now. Your success in English is secured by your restful sleep now. Trust the peaceful, silent power of your deep learning now. You are doing excellent work every single night always. The process is perfect, and your mind is very sharp now. You are exactly where you need to be in your journey now. Thank you for staying with this extended, final lesson now. We hope these quiet words bring you profound rest now. May your dreams be peaceful and full of new English words now. Sleep well, dream brightly, and learn strongly.